Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show. Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. Hope you're having a good day. I'm Jace with our little theme song. This is going to be a really fun show. I think you're going to like it. It is all about celebrating your pets, your dogs, your kitties, everything. And, well, we both have little fur babies. Please welcome my good friend, Shane Wells. Hi, sweetheart.
Hello.
I love this idea. We've been wanting to do this for a while because, well, first of all, I forgot what the exact amount is, but people, it is $1 billion industry. If not, I think it was $4 billion that people spend on pets every single year. It's either, I know this is a wide stretch, it's either $2 billion or $4 billion. I don't know.
Just a minor difference.
It's a lot of money
Yeah.
people spend on their pets, but people become obsessed with them. I know that I am. Are you?
Yes. I also have children.
Yeah.
And when you have children, your pets sort of take a step down. They get demoted a little bit. But I had my dog well before we had children. So she's
and then
a part of the family.
before the babies came, the pets were your life, right? Oh, sorry, Shane. Now,
Stop
see,
it
now
right
I'm going to
now.
ignore
Yep,
you.
I understand.
For those of you who don't know, maybe you're new to the show, these are my kids with fur. This is Dexter, my boxer. He's going to be 6 years old this year. He's my baby.
That's a handsome guy right
You know what? I got to tell you, and there's Mr. Big. There's our walking Bob Evans sausage roll. He's our French bulldog. He's about 3 years old. And it's so funny. I don't play favorites. I don't. I love both of the boys equally. But we got Dexter when I was only doing one job. I just had the radio show for a year. And Colin had a more normal 9-to-5 job. So I kind of raised Dexter by my, mainly. So that's my boy right there. I love him.
So you don't have favorites, but you have a favorite.
Yeah. Shay, okay, so I don't think I've ever seen, let me see as we kick off the show.
I think you've seen my dog.
I think I've seen your dog. Yes, I have.
That's Peyton.
Look at Peyton.
Jack Russell Terrier.
Is that a professional photography going on?
You know what?
There?
It was taken at our wedding, and I didn't know our wedding photographer was taking pictures of the dog.
Yeah.
I mean, she was in the wedding. She had a special collar and everything, so she was part of it. But I adopted her from a humane society in Idaho and had her for 10 years before I had children, kind of thing. So she moved with me all over the country, and
I love it. Yeah, both of our
girl.
dogs. Mine both are from people that didn't want the dog, so we took them in. So we have some fun videos coming up a little bit later, plus hot pet products and much more. But first, I don't care what the show's about. You know what we do at the very beginning, and that is the hot dish. Here we go, everybody. Thank you for the clapping there. I feel weird doing this like this. Okay, let's get started. It's one of the biggest surprise hits for TV of the past year. You. Shane is right again. You first. Yeah, I know. Once again, you told me about a show. This is what's funny. The show, You, first premiered on Lifetime. Now, when it was on Lifetime, it didn't get a lot of attention. But then it hit Netflix right after Christmas and became a huge hit. Now, we'll talk about it, but look at a little clip first.
Love is tricky. Can we get real for a second? You have questionable taste in friends. And a guy needs to protect himself.
She's lucky she has me. Beck rarely knows what's best for her.
It scares me to love someone so completely and not have them love you back.
Yeah, well, okay, so that's Penn Badgley. Y'all know him from Gossip Girl. He is a bookstore manager who becomes obsessed with a customer. You can see right there. Now, just last month, Netflix started production on the second season of the show. That is how good this was. That's how big this was. Now, as I said just a few seconds ago, I have to admit when Shane is right, because we both poke fun at when we're both wrong. Shane was the first one to become obsessed with the show. I resisted. I was like, whatever. But Shane is right, because I started watching it, and no joke, I ended up going through 3 episodes in one sitting and didn't want to stop.
Yes, that it's very bingeable, which is why it worked that it dropped right over the holidays and never had time to binge the show. So good. It's creepy, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a little everything.
Yeah, it's not, look, is it like True Detective? Is the writing? It's not, look, if you're looking for an Emmy Award-winning show, this is probably not it. This is a popcorn show, wouldn't you say, Shane?
Absolutely.
It's glossy, It's like Gossip Girl. You know, it's a lot of modern references.
Say modern Gossip Girl, which is weird to say because that was a pretty modern show.
But you know what I mean.
It's good there's a second season because the spoiler alert being there needed to be because the ending has kind of a cliffhanger that you're going, wait, what?
Yeah.
And now we'll get some kind of an answer.
Yeah, and I mean, like Riverdale too. The characters, the dialogue is very CW-ish, which normally would drive me nuts because I'm 44. But I love this.
Well, see, I didn't like Riverdale at all. I gave that several tries.
I don't
but
like it
you,
either.
yes.
I know. I know. People, please don't write. I don't like Riverdale either, and I wish that I did. Everyone's loving that show.
Right.
My friend Lori Barghini from My Talk 1071, that's all she watches is CW. It's the Lori Barghini channel. Next on the dish, Shane and I were two of many people who loved Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper in the remake of The Star is Born. I liked it a little more than Shane did. I liked it a lot more than Shane did, but that's all right. The soundtrack of the movie is full of great songs. I'll always remember us this way. Makes me cry every time. Now a new list is naming. Oh, these lists scare me because I think the producers put these in the show because they know it gets me worked up. A new list is naming the 50 best movie soundtracks of all time. And yes, I have a feeling this is going to fire me up. Okay, let's do it, Leo. Let's look at some of these. This is the top 10 according to the music website pitchfork.com, which, by the way, I've never heard of. Pulp Fiction is number 10. Okay, I can go with that.
I can think of that one song.
Yeah, there's like one song.
The dancing thing.
Yeah. Number 9 is Help from the Beatles movie. Spike Lee's classic Do the Right Thing is 6. And number 2, something we can all agree on, I think. Look at this.
Gonna let the elevator break us down. Oh no, let's go crazy. Let's get done.
It is Prince's classic Purple Rain, which is obviously full of great songs. Look, we would lose our liquor license in Minnesota if we disagreed with this. But even if we didn't live in Minnesota, come on. And when I think of, and again, you're younger than I am, but when I think about revelatory albums, CDs in the 80s, even the mid 80s, I think about Purple Rain and Thriller. This is one of them. I remember a neighbor having the Purple Rain poster in his garage. I mean, it was a transformative moment for pop culture.
I mean, the movie's all about music, so it has to have an incredible soundtrack, too.
Number 1, here we go. It's the album for the 1972 movie Superfly. This was a concept album by Curtis Mayfield that actually outgrossed the movie. Get that. The album outgrossed the movie associated with the film. Now, okay, that's great. But wait until you hear what didn't make even the top 50, okay? Now I readjusted myself because I get a little worked up. Are you ready? This one did not make the top 50.
And I will always love you.
Are you kidding me?
No, this is ridiculous.
I can't believe it. If you don't know, and you all know, because you're better than the people that put this list together, that is Whitney Houston singing I Will Always Love You, written by Dolly Parton, from The Bodyguard, which, by the way, is the best-selling movie soundtrack of all time. We got your Queen of the Night, we got your I'm Every Woman, we got Run to You, we got I Will Always Love You. I can't believe that.
Huge hits.
Whap! I can't believe it. That's crazy.
The first time you virtually slapped someone.
I've never virtually slapped something or someone on this show.
This is a big deal.
And I just did it on this day. Another soundtrack that didn't make it, look at this. What? I just said what twice. That's right. There is no love for Dirty Dancing, the soundtrack, which sold 11 million copies in 1987 and holds a special place in my life. Right, Bernice? Anyway, thank you. The Footloose soundtrack was also left out. That is ridiculous. That is so wrong.
Is this like a hipster list?
I don't. You know what?
Like
I think
cool,
it is.
Too cool. Like no, that's
Come on.
too trendy.
Next in the dish, legendary designer Karl Lagerfeld, died recently, leaving it behind an estimated fortune of nearly $200 million. And one member of the Lagerfeld family who will inherit part of the money is his cat. That's the cat right there. That's not a generic picture that we took from like a Walgreens picture frame. That's the cat. According to a French magazine, Lagerfeld considered his cat Choupette, an heiress. The cat even has its own Instagram account. Lagerfeld had maids for the cat that took care of her all the time. Yeah. I hope
her cat is charitable. His cat is charitable.
Yeah, look, and we love cats. It's nothing against the cat. Let me just be clear. We're a full love show for all pets. But last year, a British price comparison website actually created a richest pet list looking at the top earning pets around the world. A German Shepherd named Gunther actually leads the way.
Okay.
Gunther, I can't believe I'm reading this with a straight face, made $375 million, inherited from its owner, a German countess. Yeah, money anyway. Second on the list is Grumpy Cat, worth an estimated $100 million, earned through appearances, sponsorships, and even a Hallmark movie. Wow.
Of course.
This world is going nuts. Third on the list is Taylor Swift's cat, Olivia Benson, with $97 million, thanks to T Swift's ad campaigns and Diet Coke and Keds sneakers.
Oh, phew. I was worried that cat wasn't getting taken care of.
We are doing this wrong. I need to put Dexter and Mr. Big to work. What have they done for me lately? Anyway, it's not just cats and dogs on the list. The fifth richest animal in the world is a chicken. A British publishing tycoon left his $15 million fortune to his favorite pet, the chicken. Chickens don't live that long, do they?
No.
Who's the chicken going to leave it with? Seriously, is there a contingency plan? Whatever. Why am I pondering this? Lots more to come on the show dedicated to pets, chickens and all. We will be back right after this. Coming up on The Jason Show, from pet anxiety to tick problems in the spring, a top pet doctor is here with what you need to know to keep your pet happy and healthy. He's also answering your questions. Plus, pampering your pet. We're checking out the newest and coolest products available for your dog. And enjoying life outside the house with your pet. More and more restaurants and bars are opening their doors to dogs. A look at the most pet-friendly spots in the Twin Cities. Cuddle up with your kid with fur, because The Jason Show will be right back. And welcome back, everybody. Well, they're a part of nearly 70% of all homes in the U.S. Many of us couldn't imagine life without a pet in our home. I know I can't imagine it without my boys. Today, we're dedicating the rest of the show to dogs, cats, and every pet in between. We start by talking about keeping your pets happy and healthy. Here to kick off our pet show is veterinarian Dr. Eric Rulin from the St. Paul Pet Hospital. Thank you for being here, doctor.
Thanks, Jason.
Okay, let's start. It is now March, and we still have plenty of snow. It's the never-ending winter. I know that it's like our dogs don't even want to go outside. What's some good ways, tips that you can give folks to still get them some exercise in this never-ending winter?
This winter in particular reminds me why I don't move away, but we're here and we're buried. Something I always remind everybody is all of especially our dogs, not as much as the cats, they're walking around with a jacket on. They want to go outside. They really do want to engage and be out there and be out in the snow. Mainly managing their paws for traction control and salt, that kind of stuff in their paws. Beyond managing that and frostbite and really cold weather, they want to get out. They want to get outside. They want to be out there, and that's one of the positive effects of having a pet is getting out there and being active and getting out there. There's other than taking them to an indoor doggy daycare or for the day. That's probably, if you've got a really, really anxious or really active dog, that's going to be the best thing in getting them exercise inside beyond taking them out and getting out there.
Bottom line, they're probably tougher than we think that they are.
I think they're probably more comfortable outside, even on a day like today when it's 5 or 10 above. They're probably just fine. They're fine out there for a fairly long time, 15, 20 minutes. They'll be just fine.
Let's turn to cats. A recent study said, I want to get this right, research I should say, around 50% of cats are overweight.
I would totally agree with that.
Seriously?
Absolutely. We have just like looking at people, we have a false kind of conception of what's normal. We look at these fat, happy cats and we're like, well, that's a normal, nice, healthy cat.
It's Garfield.
Yeah, no, that's totally abnormal. These cats are walking around 30% larger than their normal body size. And that's I would say conservatively in our hospital, I would say between 50 and 60% of those cats
seriously
are overweight. Yeah.
Okay, so people are watching and they have a kitty that they think may be a little puffy. What advice would you give? What's an easy thing they can do to help out to decrease the weight?
One of the biggest problems that we have with a lot of these cats is, and it's very simple, they're just getting too much. There's just too much going in the calorie bank. So I always talk about weight management. Weight management and diet is, and managing obesity it's a very simple equation with a lot of complicated variables. So it's calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. So most of these cats just need about 20 to 40% less calories going in the tank. Well, what's going to happen is a lot of these cats associate getting fed with their owners, so they're constantly coming after the owner all the time. So sometimes we can actually, as we manage this, moving away to using like an automatic feeder and then having it set and calculated for certain periods of the day and certain feedings. So that way that cat starts to disassociate the food with the owner quite so much. And now that the feeder is what's going to be feeding me, one, and two, we can calculate and get it right down to the exact amount of food that we want to feed these cats. And that is really the biggest variable. The biggest variable is us and how much we're feeding them.
Does that rule apply to dogs too? Because I'm thinking of my boxer and my mother-in-law who Dexter knows to go up to her, whine and look at her, and suddenly she's a treat dispenser.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for the cats, or for the dogs, and for some cats too, we actually will give them an increased fiber diet, and we'll actually go with a specific prescription food that just gives them some gut fill and some satiation. But a lot of times for a lot of those cats, we got to remove all the treats, and the dogs too. We got to remove all of that, and it's a little bit of tough love. But that's the thing is they're gonna starve a little bit. That's sort of the purpose is we got to cut back somewhere, and in the long haul it's gonna be better. And that language of love we don't always know how to communicate with them.
Speaking of food, staying on topic, what kind of food are you liking right now? Because every day I think I compare it to humans. I remember like one day eggs are really good for you. Next day eggs will make you grow a second head. You know what I mean? It's what's good.
There's so much noise right now, and I think what ends up happening is people believe something, and it's really hard. I have a client that'll come in and say, "Well, raw food diet is the best," or grain-free. And once somebody believes something, it's very hard for them to unbelieve it.
Because I'm hearing grain-free right now. It used to be grain-free is good. Now I just had a conversation with a friend. No, grain-free is bad now.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, really sticking with any of the major manufacturers that are AFCO approved is going to be a safe bet. There's just a whole can of worms when we start talking about what is the best diet. And as a veterinarian, my recommendation, unless I have a specific condition I'm managing for a patient, I can't really give you a specific.
There's so many variables.
Right, there's a lot. But sticking with the major manufacturers, and I could list off the big ones, but sticking with them and something that's AFCO approved is a very, very important thing to remember.
30 seconds. This might be a bigger topic, but I think it's important. We're getting to spring. Spring means cabin season. Cabin season means ticks. Should we be worried this season with our winter?
Yes. I mean, we're going to start seeing ticks the second the ground unthaws, and we are seeing more tick-borne diseases now as emerging diseases than ever. Rocky Mountain spotted fever, anaplasmosis, Ehrlichia canis, Lyme disease. All those are tick-borne diseases. So depending on the load, if you're really in an area where you've got a lot of ticks, an oral FDA-approved tick preventative, so when the tick actually bites the dog, it actually kills that tick. And sometimes when we're in a heavy load, or if I'm going to take my dog, let's say grouse hunting for the weekend, I'm going to put a topical on them as well. Okay. So I could get into tick preventatives more.
We could do a whole segment on that.
Yeah, but making sure that they have a tick preventative on board and talking to their veterinarian about what is an FDA-approved product for them.
The doctor is sticking around. When we come back, he's answering your pet questions submitted on our Facebook page. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Our pet extravaganza. We are back with Dr. Eric from the St. Paul Pet Hospital. Now, here's the deal. On our Facebook page, we gave you all the chance to post your questions for the doctor. And my goodness, you need to come back for like 80 segments because we got about 4,000 questions. Let's get to the first one from Carol. What up, Carol? She writes, my 19-year-old cat. And first of all, can we just congratulate the cat on being 19? Anyway, my 19-year-old cat has arthritis and is getting CBD oil, and it has literally saved her. Your thoughts? I don't even know what CBD oil is.
So CBD oil is cannabidiol oil that is extracted. It's the non-psychoactive component. A lot of people think of marijuana like that's the THC or tetrahydro. It's not cannabidiol, cannabinoid. But that is the psychoactive agent, and some strains of marijuana have been bred to have high levels of CBD or cannabidiol with none of the psychoactive component in it.
Okay.
The thing, Carol, that you need to remember in this instance is that CBD is still not legal and still classified as a Schedule I drug, which is a heroin, ecstasy, all of the hard drugs that have high levels of abuse and high levels of potential addiction. We obviously know that in certain states we're starting to deregulate, but there's not enough information right now. And in Carol's situation in particular, this cat is probably suffering from some other conditions that we have on the veterinary side. We have other drugs that are much safer, much more effective, that we have proven history and a proven track record. So that's, I think, an important thing to remember.
Yeah, we got so many emails about it. Again, we could do a whole other segment. Next, let's go to Kim. Kim, now I know this is a breakfast show, but we got a lot. This is just reality, folks. Sorry. I've tried everything, Kim writes, but any tips on dogs that eat their own waste?
So we have to remember that our dogs they're remnants of wolves. We all know that. And that actually recycling some food once in a while was actually a very normal and an actual beneficial, evolutionarily advantageous behavior. And so it is sometimes very difficult to train that away. There are some very specific things. If you can give a correction quickly when that is happening, the most important thing is just cleaning up poop right away.
Yeah.
Just being out there, cleaning up. That's the best way to break that cycle. And if you can't, for whatever reason, if they're doing that, if there's a way to give a corrective measure within 2 to 3 seconds of them doing that, that's the only real thing. It is frustrating. It really is.
Especially for Frenchie owners. Frenchies are really bad at it, I heard. Joanne, just saying. Joanne writes, hey, doctor, how do you brush your small dog's teeth when they keep biting you?
Joanne, I really got to congratulate you for trying to do that. That is a difficult task.
Yeah.
And less than 1% of all pet owners do attempt to brush their dogs or
I
cats'
ain't brushing
teeth
their
regularly.
teeth. I get those dentabones or something.
So there is only one approved FDA product right now that actually is labeled for the prevention of halitosis and plaque formation. And it's a product called Oravet Chews, and they've impregnated this diphenolol product that coats and seals the tooth, and it actually prevents the bacteria that's in your mouth, the porphyromonas bacteria, from grabbing onto the tooth. So there's only one product that I know of now that has an FDA label for that. So how do you prevent them from biting you? When we think about brushing your own teeth, that's a very sensitive thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
You got to think about how microscopically you're changing the angle of your the toothbrush head. So it's very, very hard for us to try to do it to a patient that's small and it's like I said, very sensitive. So I try to give products that promote chewing. I'm sorry, but things like Greenies, Milkbone, those companies are really good at marketing. They're not great at developing a product that actually prevents plaque and tartar.
I'll stop. Okay, one more. Tammy goes, shared a picture of her cats. She says George snores. This is George. Never heard a cat snore so loud. Is that common? I love that we're ending on this question, by the way. But yeah.
Well, George, I was thinking George was going to be one of those Persians or a smashed face cat, and then I would have a really good answer. Yes, it's common. But if it's something that's been going on for the cat's entire life, probably not as big of an issue. If it's something that's just recently onset, there can be specific diseases in the back of the throat that can cause that. But I don't have a good answer for you on that one.
George, go to the doctor, girl. Go to the doctor.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
go see Dr. Eric. Dr. Eric for the St. Paul Pet Hospital. If you don't worry, if you missed any of this, we'll put this whole segment on Facebook page and we'll have the doctor back. And be sure to check out stpaulpet.com. Well, every pet owner loves buying new treats and toys and swag for their pet. We're checking out some of the coolest new products that you need to have for your dogs next. And later, take your dog to dinner. Stephanie Hansen is here with a list of restaurants and bars that are welcoming dogs, even with special menus. We'll be right back, everybody. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. All about pets today on the Old Jason Show. We couldn't do a show about pets without talking about some of the great work being done in our area with rescue animals. Just last summer, our station Fox 9 got involved in helping dogs across the Twin Cities as part of our annual Impact Week. That's when we first learned about Secondhand Hounds. Joining us is the executive director of Secondhand Hounds, Rachel Mayrose. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Okay, let's start. There's a lot of good things to talk about, but I don't know why you're doing this to me. No, look, the other two are adorable. But
I know.
Who are you holding, Rachel?
This is Halsey, who is very reminiscent of Mr. Big.
Looks just like Mr. Big as a baby.
Yeah, it's a baby Mr. Big, but female.
Is Halsey adoptable?
She will be.
Shut up!
I know. I didn't want to tell you before.
No. What's so funny is the psychic, Maria Shaw, told us that we were going to get a third dog, and I said, no way, but I'm looking at that dog, and you may not be taking that dog with you. I'm just saying. Anyway, okay, we'll get back to Halsey in a little bit. But for people who do not know, we love your organization. Tell folks your mantra, your mission statement with Secondhand Hounds.
Well, we're at Twin Cities Animal Rescue, and we take animals from shelters, from breeders that can't take care of them, from all over the country and all over the world, and we put them in foster homes where they're spoiled rotten with all of our foster parents until we find them their perfect forever family. And we do dogs and cats.
And Rachel, I hope you don't mind, but the camera will not be on you at any point during this interview.
That's all right.
Just FYI.
That's perfect.
Can you go back and watch this at home? No
I wasn't
offense
even there.
to you. I mean, you're basically a voice right now. No, all kidding aside, let me get this straight. 17,000 pets adopted since 2009, right?
Yes.
That is crazy.
It is crazy. When you think of like lining all those lives up, it's just pretty incredible, and we can't do it without our fosters and our supporters. Like Fox has been amazing.
Well, I wanted to ask you because look, I'm looking at Halsey. Halsey's very cute, and let me just say, Halsey is very calm for being on live television. But anyway,
super calm.
But look, everyone thinks, oh, that's a cute dog. I want to take him home. Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that you would advise people? I mean, yeah, look, every dog is cute, but there are some things you should know.
Yes.
You know what I mean, before even starting the process. What are some of those clues? Or
Totally.
hints?
I think that you need to really consider whether you want a puppy or an adult dog, and also whether your life can fit an animal in it. If you're super busy and you're always out of the house, a dog is probably not going to be your best fit. But maybe look into a cat. So there's just a lot of things to consider before you just take these little faces and run out the door. And that's why we're here. We want to help you find the best fit for your family and your lifestyle.
And what's the process? How long does, if someone's watching and they want to adopt, how long is, because y'all, this is what I love. Back in the day, you could just go down and get a dog and that's it. You guys, and I love this, you guys are very strict about, you want to make sure the pet goes with the right family, right?
Exactly.
What's that process like for folks?
So you apply. So for example, I'll talk about these little guys. They're little Chihuahuas. They're 10 weeks old. They're going on the website on Friday or today.
Yeah.
Yes. And so they're going to be up, and what you do is you apply, and then the foster parent will reach out to you and see if it's a good fit. Then you have a meet and greet. And then after the meet and greet, if it is a good fit, we do a home visit, we do reference check, all that good stuff, and then you can take your little precious pup home. So it could take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks.
When does Halsey go up on the site?
So Halsey is part of our neonatal program. So we take animals from like breeders that can't take care of their animals. So she was actually from a Frenchie breeder. She has a cleft palate. She has surgery.
Does?
She does. She
Shut
doesn't.
up.
I know. She doesn't have a cleft lip though. It's just internal. And so she has surgery about in like 2 weeks, I think, and then she'll be ready for her forever home. Which I mean.
Oh, I know she keeps looking at me. I'm just gonna say. Okay. Anyway, I gotta go like this, but. And you just don't, it's not just dogs too, right, Rachel? For people,
kitty cats too. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We do dogs and cats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Halsey.
I
gotta, I mean.
Is this Mr. Big's little sister?
I don't know, but I mean,
know.
that is, look at that face. Leo, can we do one more close up? Look at that face. That is the cutest face. Now, you guys also, on the 2nd, will you tell us about, before we go, the doggy fashion show, right?
Yes, we have a doggy fashion show. It's going to be a great time. We dress some of our little pooches up. I think Halsey has done fashion shows in the past. She wears a little skirt. So we have a lot of
Naomi Campbell.
She is. She's the best.
A Tyra.
I have to say, she's the best puppy on the planet.
Seriously?
So easy.
Oh, look
So
at her.
I'm just going to like leave that there. But
Well,
yes, we have a lot of really cool events. So go on our website and check them out. But there's
What
lots
if you
of
have people competing like a house? You know, when people are bidding against each other? What happens if two people are bidding against, like...
Right. Both want the dog.
Yeah,
you know
what do you
what?
do?
We just make sure it's the best fit. So I have to say, her foster mom did say,
Okay.
tell Jason about this little baby.
Okay, I have a checkbook in my coat pocket here. Rachel from Secondhand Hounds. For more information on Secondhand Hounds, check them out at, very easy to remember, secondhandhounds.org. Still to come, everybody. No need to leave your dog at home when you go out to eat. Our foodie queen, Stephanie Hansen, is back with a look at local spots serving up food for humans and dogs, and even some special menus or delivery for your dog. Halsey and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody, to our special episode all about pets. Well, right now we're focusing on dogs. And if there's one place to go for everything you need to know about dogs, it's one of my favorite websites, and it's been for years, sidewalkdog.com. From dog parks, this is actually a really great resource if you're just moving here and you don't know where to go with your pooch. From dog parks and dog-friendly apartments to the newest products for your dog. They highlight it all on the website. Joining us now is the founder and CEO of Sidewalk Dogs, Allie Jarvis. Hi, Allie.
Hi, Jason.
Thank you for being to our pet extravaganza.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so you know, we called you and I said, you know the best products, and every day there's new things that come out.
Yep.
I am amazed at what we can buy now for our dogs. So should we start over here?
That's crazy. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Actually, you know, before we do this, I want to ask you, because I mentioned new people that are moving here. What made you come up with the idea for Sidewalk Dog?
You know what? Super simple. I was looking for a resource like Sidewalk Dog. I wanted to spend more time with my dog.
Yeah.
And so I looked for a resource that wasn't out there, and so I started it.
Yeah.
And so you can come to the site and look up everything from dog-friendly restaurant patios to dog-friendly breweries, dog-friendly apple orchards, dog-friendly Christmas tree farms. Anything and everything that you can do with your dog, you can find on our site.
And I love you guys because you're totally up to date. You guys are, when there is a new restaurant or a business, you guys are on it. If it's, I mean, you guys keep it really up to date.
We are. Yep.
Okay,
yep.
let's move to products.
Okay.
What's this first group over here?
So this is really fun. I'm sure you're familiar with Kong.
Oh,
it's kind of an
yes.
iconic brand, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is their first ever direct-to-consumer product. It's called the Kong Box, and they make them in 4 different sizes depending on the size of your dog. So you can go online. It's a great gift. It's just $29, and you get all of these wonderful Kong products, all of their latest and greatest. Great for really heavy chewers.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knows this product. But you know what? My dog is really into the Kong products too, because you can also stuff them with things like peanut butter and treats. And so it doesn't have to be a dog that's a heavy chewer. And it's a great gift idea. You can go on the site, just $29 for all of that stuff.
I'll say my boxer, Dexter, devours everything within seconds.
Okay.
Kong is the only thing that lasts 7 minutes in our
So
house.
durable,
Yeah.
so durable. So yeah, and this toy my dog loves
one
because,
here?
yep, because you can shake it. She loves to shake stuff.
See why? See, I'm not obviously a dog. Oh, there we go.
Yep, yep.
It took me a while. You squeeze its butt. That's
Yep.
fantastic. That's great. Yeah. Oh, does this have a scent to it?
No, it
Oh, it
shouldn't.
doesn't? Oh, I thought it smelled like
Yeah.
bacon or something.
Yep.
Maybe I'm just hungry. I don't know. Okay, what's this right here?
Oh my gosh, this is called a Furbo, and this is kind of all the rage in terms of pet tech. What it is it's actually a 2-way camera on the front. So you just put this on your table somewhere in your house, and it's a 2-way camera. And what it does is it makes a little noise. You can pull the app up on your phone, it makes a little noise. Your dog will hear the noise. You train your dog to come when they hear the noise, and then you can dispense a treat through the app on your phone. So the camera part is right at the top, right there, and then here's where the treat comes out.
We have one of these for Eric, photographer Eric, in the break room too. We can just, when he's taking a break, it just dispenses. This is amazing.
It's so fun, and also it's kind of cool because it also can do things like alert you when your dog is barking.
Yeah.
And so it's just, and it's so fun. I mean, how fun would it be to train your dog? And I actually trained my dog over the weekend. She's completely obsessed. I actually might not be able to leave mine out all the time.
Oh, you know what my worry is? Dexter, the boxer,
Yeah.
he would do a Cher in Moonstruck. He would just slap that thing right across the, anyway.
Well, on the bottom, it has these sticky things.
Oh,
so,
see?
Yep. You might have to nail it down,
I
though,
will
if
have
he's
to.
really strong. Yep.
Okay, now earlier in the show, we talked with a vet, and it's
Right.
ironic. We were talking about this. What's
Yep.
this product here?
Yep. So this is a CBD oil product from King Canine. It's called the King Calm CBD oil. It's a wonderful, wonderful product that a ton of people are using. It's kind of all the rage right now in the pet industry to help dogs with anxiety, to help dogs with chronic pain, to help dogs with nausea or inflammation. I really like this particular brand because it is so thoroughly tested. It is one of the highest, if not the highest quality on the market that I know of right now. And it's really effective for a lot of people.
Yeah, and again,
a lot of dogs, I should say.
You know, and again, when you're watching this, you heard the vet. The best thing to do if you're questioning anything is go to your vet and get a second opinion on something. I always say this, it's your animal.
Right.
You make a decision for your pet. Don't listen to other people. So if you're curious, go ask your vet.
Go ask your vet, yep.
Yeah.
And different strengths depending on the size of the dog too.
Perfect,
So
okay.
it's a great product.
What is this?
Oh, this is so fun. So you've heard of Shutterfly.
Yes.
So Shutterfly has a whole line of pet products. You're gonna wanna pick that up. That is made from a photo of a dog. One of my colleagues' dogs. Can you believe that? Isn't that incredible? It's the softest fleece blanket you'll ever have. Don't you think that's soft on the back?
Yeah, here, let me show everyone on the back of it. Look at that. Oh.
Just super soft. And I mean, can you believe the quality? You just submit a photo online and you get this wonderful blanket back.
I'm draped in the blanket, but yeah. That's so cute.
Just a photo from her phone. And that's Danny, so you can see they have the name down here.
Danny.
All you need is love and Danny. But they make all kinds of products. They make personalized beds, personalized mugs, personalized bandanas. It's a really cool new line from Shutterfly.
And finally?
So I heard you're fans of these guys.
Is this Hagen and Oates?
It is.
I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
I love them. I love a good local business like yours. And I'll shut my mouth. You tell folks about this particular thing that they do.
So this is a wonderful local company based here in Minnesota, and they make these wonderful dog portraits out of wood. Each piece of wood is hand cut with a scroll saw. And I mean, this is one of the owner's dogs. This is Sprout. Have you seen the one that's Sprout?
I have, yes.
It's just amazing. And so they work from photos as well. They go as small as 16 inches by 21 inches. They'll start at 150, but they can go up to 8 feet.
Yeah, I've seen the huge ones. And I got this from my best friend, Jen, for her Frenchie, Albert. And it was one of the best. I was so excited to give it to her. So please come back.
I would love to. I would love to. Thanks for having me.
For information, well, by the way, we're going to post all of this on our website, or I'm sorry, on our Facebook page. Just search for Jason Show TV. And for everything related to dogs, as we said, check out sidewalkdog.com. And we'll also do this on Facebook or on YouTube as well. Still to come, if seeing all these cool products makes you want a pet even more, why not adopt a rescue dog or cat? More on the great work being done by a local animal rescue group next. Oh my God, you did great. Okay. There are 14 cats in this room. How do I know this? Well, I'm allergic to the cats. Executive producer Jeff is allergic to the cats. Show producer Ted is allergic to cats. That cough you just heard a second ago is Ted's cough. And we've been in this. Welcome back, everyone. Oh, I remember this. We couldn't do a show about pets without a look back at our memorable trip to the Cafe Meow in Uptown. We love it. It is such a great place for people with cats. That was 1 year ago this month, and I will tell you, we got so much mail about that show because people were like, you three dummies, you're all three allergic to cats. And then Eric, I don't even know, Eric, are you allergic to cats too? No. But we were all three allergic to cats. Why are you doing this? We don't know. We thought it was going to be, look, we don't always make good decisions, but thank you for having us. It's such a great business there in Uptown. Now, we decided also to end the show. Speaking of things that always generate a lot of mail, whenever I show videos of my kids with fur, Mr. Big and Dexter, it always generates the mail. We have some videos that I thought I would show you. Now, this one is when Dexter, people love this one, Dexter realized that we had a Nest camera in our house. And this is Big, my favorite. This is my favorite. Big watching Dallas, always good. His favorite character is Sue Ellen. Okay, now this is the one that generated a lot of email. This is Big staring at the toy on our coffee table. This is late afternoon. This is now hours later, and Big is still staring at that toy. We purposely laid it there. We finally gave it to him. We were laughing so hard. People are like, "You're mean." I'm like, people. He's fine. I'll say it again. If there's 2 dogs you should never worry about, it's those 2 right there. Monday on the show, we're dedicating the hour to travel. It's spring break season, and we're showing you the best spots to visit here in Minnesota and worldwide. Plus, the secret to packing the perfect carry-on that could save you big bucks in baggage fees. So join us on Monday. We leave you with some more videos of my puppies. Have a great, great weekend. Oh, look at Big's tongue. Oh, he wants that ball, I'm telling you. Bye, everybody.